That's me.
What about it, everybody? We're already on a Tuesday. Can y'all believe it? The week's just flying by. This is our third week in school, and I just can't believe it already. We're done working on our third week. I'm just glad we made it to week 3. So, what do you guys think about the new intro? We might mix up the music a little as we go. I'm a music person, music guru. I don't know how long God will let me be able to hear sound, so I love music, so I play a lot of it. So I may change out the sound as we go and mix it up a little bit. So I just thought that was a pretty cool song. So anyway, let's see who we got in the house. I'm gonna do it on my phone. There's Roy and Becky Travels first in line, Chasing America, Mel Nettie Living Free Zip Codely, Artist on the Road, K&R Destinations, Happy Place Camping, Castle Hives is here, Rayleigh Creative Travel, New Horizons is here, Texas Family Camping is in the house. Let's see. Trippin Traci is not only in the house, she's in the house. Y'all just haven't seen her yet, but y'all are fixing to. Trippin Traci is our guest today. Let's going down. Christian Nomad is in the house. I seen them out and about last night in a few chats I went to. Hannah Craft is here. Mr. Breeze is here. Welcome, guys. Artist on the Road. I don't know if I mentioned them. Meemaw Matters is here. K&R Destinations. I will assure you one thing. You will never, as long as I'm breathing, hear Metallica in the intro. Just saying. Not a fan. Not a fan.
Jesse would like that.
I love you, brother, but no, or sister, but no Metallica. Purple Tube is here. Good deal. I don't know that. I can't. Is that, how do you pronounce that channel that just came in? That's new to me.
I don't know. Cool Quest?
Yeah. Hey, guys. Welcome. Appreciate y'all coming in. So we don't get any. We ain't got no feedback, have we?
Roy, I don't hear it.
Do what?
I don't hear it.
Okay. Anybody else hearing any feedback? Roy said something about a feedback. I'm not hearing any, and Felix is not hearing any. But if y'all are hearing any, let me know, and we will see if we can put a solution to it. I may have to put my headphones on. There's His Way Homestead. Love your truck, man. That's awesome. There's our epic RV adventure. Good to have you guys in here. Hope you guys are enjoying the life, the full-time life. I love you guys. We'll have to get together sometime. I was honored and blessed to meet our epic RV adventure, Michael and Shelley and Talon, a few weeks back. Short meeting, but we did get to meet and have supper together, and that tickled me to death. Of course, y'all know I met K&R Destinations and Jerry Holly as well. That was awesome as well. Can't wait to meet all you guys somewhere down the road. So, Roy says it's coming and going like before. All right. I don't know. If anybody else heard any feedback, let me know.
Well, New Horizons said there was in the beginning, but it's better now.
Okay. It may have been that I was too close to the mic. I haven't been talking too close to them. And two, I moved my mic up. And so it may be that the mic is over. I may have to push it back and keep it from being over my speakers. That may be what it is. I thought about that the other day. I think K&R or somebody told me that if I have my mic, my external mic up close to my computer mic or my speakers one, that it might feed back. So maybe if we have any big issues, y'all let me know. So let's go over a few things. Do what?
Can I ask something real quick?
Yeah.
Ryan with K&R, her mom was in the hospital, and I just wondering if she's doing okay. Is everything okay over there? So maybe they can update us in the chat and let us know how things are going over there.
So I talked with them last night a little bit, texting. And so they just need continued prayers. So that is the update. So
that's what I wanted to know.
Yeah, it is they just ask for continued prayers. So we're gonna keep praying for them. Also, there was somebody else. All right, let me go over the list. Maybe I'll think of it in a minute. So tonight, guys, bring the house. We got Isabella Heartline, no direct relationship, but probably down the chain around or two we're related. They're from our area, our general area. And her dad and my dad share the exact same name. How ironic. They're both Jerry Daniel Heartline. And they're both from the same area. So a little weird. I share the same middle name as both of them. I was named after my dad. Daniel runs deep in the Heartline family. So I don't know where Daniel comes from, but it does run deep in the family. So tonight we're going to have Isabella Heartline. She has wrote an awesome song. She is an awesome singer. She is about 12 years old. Sings like an adult. Felix and Nettie have both heard her sing. She sung the national anthem at a football game here locally last year, I think it was. And that got my attention because somebody shared it on Facebook. I contacted them. They were ecstatic. So she's going to be on tonight. I'd love for you guys to help me pack the house. I would love to just do something awesome for this young lady. She had wrote an awesome song about the situation, and it's not one of these parody songs. It is a true from the heart song about what our country's going through or what our world's going through. And so wouldn't you say that would be a fair description, Felix? You heard the song?
Yep.
Whoops.
Uh-oh.
What happens is when my phone is connected to my laptop, every time it rings, you hear the phone ring and it cuts my screen off so I don't see you guys. So anyway, so she'll be with us tonight. Tomorrow we're going to have Loving Life Up. And then Thursday we're going to have Frugal Duo. And then Friday will be Fun Day Friday. So we got a big week next week. I want to skip down a little bit. We've got some rock stars coming up that I want to, or got a big rock star coming up. I wanted just to keep y'all heads up so y'all don't forget. It's hard for any channel to get a mega channel. And so when we do, let's support each other. You guys get a mega channel, I'm going to come support you. So try to, because it helps us to be able to get more mega channels. So his way said they're still getting a little noise. I'm going to move that microphone back, and y'all just make sure I can still hear. If I have to, I will hook up the headphones if it gets bad. But anyway, September the 15th on a Tuesday night, we are going to have Traveling Robert right here with us. So I don't know if y'all call him a mega channel, but I say anybody with over 100,000 subscribers is a mega channel. He actually is approaching 150,000 subscribers. So super nice guy. Felix hooked us up with that deal, and she had interacted with him, and she had just bragged on the communication between and how prompt he is to respond.
Yeah, he was pretty awesome. He's so friendly. I mean, you can hear the friendly in his email. It's just pretty awesome.
So y'all help me if you ever wanted to help me. Anytime we have somebody, but especially when we have these mega channels, we really need to support each other in that. And like I said, we all team up. That helps us, and that lets the mega channels know that us little channels can bring a crowd.
Right.
Yeah, because
if there's no crowd, then there's a good chance, others will start to say no.
Yeah.
So
I don't know why. Sometimes I have feedback, sometimes I don't. But I'm gonna put my headphones on and we're gonna see if we fix this. So I'm getting texts from different people. So it's just the reason I don't like wearing headphones is I have a hearing aid and I have to have it in or I can't hear and it hurts my ears. So that's why I don't do it unless I have to. I'm looking for me an awesome set of headphones. So I can't wear the in the ear ones. I have to wear the over the ear. And it's tough because I have an implant over this ear. So these get in the way. And then I have a hearing aid in this ear. So these go over it. And so it's just not a comfortable situation.
well, we'll see if that fixes it or not. It's that same noise from before.
So, all right, do y'all hear the noise now? Are y'all hearing anything now? So, yep. So we'll do headphones, and if we still hear it, I'm gonna take the headphones off. So, but I don't mind wearing them. Just on a 2-hour show, it is tough. So, but anyway, I want to throw that out there. We got anytime that anybody offers to be on our show, we think it's awesome. So we love every channel and we want to support everybody. But I know you guys can't.
Our Epic said the noise is gone. Roy and Becky said it was tolerable.
Yeah.
Roy,
But it'll take me a minute to get used to it. I got to get it where I can bear it.
You may have to get you some $high headphones if that's going to keep doing that.
Yeah. Yep. Well, the lapel mic would actually bring it closer to my microphone. I did think about that. His Way Homestead said the noise is still there.
So it's not that.
Roy and Becky said take them off. They don't make a difference. All right, Jerry Holly, we totally understand, buddy. I sent you a text, but I've got your address, so disregard that text. I was just checking on you, buddy. I hadn't heard from you since your meeting, so I just want to make sure everything was good. So,
I'll mess with my microphone settings too and see if it's me.
What is bad is I'm getting an echo in my headphones.
That's weird.
Yeah. So anyway, I'll wear them for a little bit, and if y'all think that's better, I'll keep them on. It's not a big deal. It's just it's just not comfortable. But anyway,
it's not working with the headphones.
So they don't think it's working. They think I'm still getting the echo. And it's funny how we only have that occasionally.
Yeah, I know. I don't get why it does that once in a while.
Yeah. See, I'm hearing myself back through
my head. Everybody says take them off.
All right.
Okay. I'm going to mess with mine here for a little bit.
And two, it could be that I don't have my I don't know, these headphones, by getting the feet, I don't understand why that's getting it. I'm hearing myself back through them. I don't understand what the deal is with that. All right, let's just roll with it. All right, good deal. All right, so don't forget all that. That's all the upcoming stuff. Don't forget, and this is a shout out to our podcast people. We're just having a little bit of technical difficulties. Our chat's hearing an echo in the back, and so you guys may hear a slight one. We're working on it. Maybe you won't hear that. But don't forget, guys, we have the free podcast. All of the different podcasts that we're on has links in the About page. And so if you want to check us out on the podcast or download our podcast, go over to our About page, and it has all the places that we are on. So I think there's about 5 or 6 different outlets. Spotify is one of them, so we're on Spotify now. We're undoubtedly must be on Apple Podcasts, because on my analytics it's showing that 8% of my listeners come from Apple, even though the company that is hosting my podcast doesn't say that I'm on Apple yet. So it's amazing how I can not be on Apple, but yet I have analytics through Apple. So
it's gone. The echo's gone now. You know what it was?
What?
My microphone was unplugged, so it was using the microphone from the computer. So it's echoing back through my computer.
Really?
Yeah, my external microphone was unplugged, so it defaulted back to using the desktop microphone, the built-in.
Wow. Yeah, Castle High, I got your email. I appreciate that. So, but anyway, we have the podcast. I got to get to rolling. I get squirrel and I get messed up. So we have the podcast. We also have a brand new intro, and the YouTube page has been totally redone. Thanks to Miss Felix. She has totally worked. I mean, this is amazing, the work she's put into this. And she just took ideas and just run with it. And we're proud and thankful that she done that. So we have our YouTube channel has been totally redone. And so you guys can go over and check that out. And we'll try to get all our ducks in a row here. So we got some new intros. We'll have some more intros for tonight that's going to be a little bit different. Also, we have the membership tab. If you want to be a member, it offers stuff that we don't do here, that we've never done here. So if you want to be a member, you can click up there and join. It's $4.99 a month. I get $3.50 of that. So we still have our Patreon and all that if you want to do that. So all of that is out there, and all that information is on the About page. So won't tell you about that too long. I will say that we do have Traveling Robert coming up, and we are working on some other mega channels, and so stay tuned. We will let you guys know about that, depending on what all of that works out. So we are just taking it one step at a time and trying to bring in people we think y'all would love to see. So anyway, so without further ado, let's bring up our guest for today, Miss Trippin Traci. Hey, lady.
How are you? Hello. Thank you for having me.
Well, thanks for being here. We had a little bit of getting going. Seemed like here in the last few days, we've had a lot of technical issues we've had to work out, but at least we know what that might be. Maybe we won't have that issue anymore. It was funny how we were having that problem just every now and then, and it was like a needle in a haystack. We could not figure out what it was. So, but
it sounds okay. It's not bad.
How's it going, Trippin Traci?
Good. I'm just getting ready and planning my road trip for October, and hopefully I'll still be able to come meet y'all. I don't know who's going to the campsite up in North Carolina. Is it
Mayberry? I think we have several in here that's going.
Yes, I'm going to try and do that still too. So I'm excited.
All right. Well, so for people that's in the chat that don't know you, tell us who you are and how your channel got started and what it's about.
Okay. Well, I've always wanted to travel around the country on a road trip. Ever since I was about 12 years old, my parents moved our family out to California near LA. And we hit all the road stops along the way, all the major tourist attractions and fun, quirky things. And I just fell in love with it. So I've always wanted to do that. And then we took a camping trip in an RV when my son was about 10 years old. And that's kind of reaffirmed that I did like doing that. I didn't know I wanted to do it full time, but I did want to RV someday. That was my dream retirement, is RVing. So then I've tried various things since I had to stop working. I had to stop working due to fibromyalgia and depression and anxiety. So I was trying various things that would allow me to make a little bit of extra cash. And I started watching all the major RVers that they have, like, I don't, let me,
Daydream,
yeah, all the major ones. And I just fell in love and thought, well, maybe I can do that. I knew I wouldn't be near as good and I wouldn't have the following, but I thought, well, I might be able to make a little bit of extra cash to help us. So I started doing research on that. And eventually it turned out that I wanted to go one way as far as the full-time RVing in. My husband, soon to be ex-husband, wanted to go the other way and move to Colorado. So we had kind of a split. So we're going through that right now. So what I did is I purchased a cargo van, a small, really small cargo van, and did like a little build on it. It's very simple, but it does the job. I'm hopefully going to be able to do some more to it as far as adding an air conditioner and heater and that kind of thing and making it a little bit more comfortable. But for now it works. And that's what I'm going to be taking my road trip in on October. Is my van's name is Casper. So, and that's kind of what I like. I like the spooky type, quirky roadside attractions. I also like theme parks. And a couple of other channels that I really fell in love with were like Adam the Woo and Carpetbagger. I wanted to go along those same lines as they do, except for mine's a little bit more personal too. And that's how I came up with my name, Trippin Traci. That has a few different meanings, because I do, people think I'm trippy because I like the haunted and the quirky roadside attractions. My friends always think I'm crazy. so that is kind of like how Trippin Traci comes into it. And then also I trip over my words a lot. I'm lucky that in my live stream so far, this is my second live stream, but I haven't made that many mistakes. But when I'm filming my videos, I can do one scene over and over. So tripping over my words is another meaning. And then generally just tripping around the country and bringing everybody with me on the fun attractions. So that's kind of what it's all about.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So I have seen your little bitty rig. Is it a Ford? I think it's a little Ford, ain't it?
No, it's a Nissan. And I didn't even know Nissan had cargo vans, but it's a Nissan NV200. And it's very tiny, but that's what I want, because I want to be able to drive it pretty much anywhere and be able to handle it myself. I don't know if you're familiar with Van Life Sheldon's Travels, but I did a meetup with them and they have a similar van, but I think theirs is a Ford. Oh my gosh, theirs is so decked out and they have security cameras and they can see everything from the inside. It's amazing. So maybe that would be my dream.
Oh Lord, I had caught Van Vita. What's that channel name? Van Vita.
Van Vita Travels. Van Vita Travels.
She had Burning Up the Roads on hers live stream yesterday evening or something, and it was funny. Sometimes our wish list exceeds our pocketbook.
Oh, yes.
That's what Burning Up the Road said last night, that she wanted to buy that bus and have a schoolie. But then when she started thinking about the cost of making that schoolie like she wanted, it was just astronomical in the cost to have a beautiful schoolie. And so she had to change directions. And that's the way I am. Sometimes I want to exceed my pocketbook. And it's easy to do when you're building out, even if it's tiny, ain't it?
Right, it is. And I've done a little bit of research on what it would take to, or what it would cost to do like a major nice build like they show all the young people doing on Van Life. And it would probably be close to like $15,000 to $18,000. And that's a lot of money. Yeah, that's a lot of money.
Well, I mean, you think about it. If you go compost toilet, you're what, $1,200 right there, and you ain't even done anything.
Right.
True.
And then you add solar to that, and that's what, $2,000 or $3,000. You're at $5,000, and you really not even put a bed in it.
Exactly. Yeah, it costs a lot.
I was watching another channel. I forgot who it was I was watching. Oh, I was watching Bob Wells interview a channel that had a cargo trailer. It was a high cargo trailer. They ordered it just for living in and pulling off in the rough places and all. And it had off-road tires and all. And she was showing the inside. She had lived so minimalistic her whole life that when she ordered this, she spent a lot on the rig because that was the core, the insulation, the durability. And on the inside, Bob was looking around on the inside and it was just basic if you could get. And she's like, there's everything in here I need. And he's like, well, do you have a bath and a shower and all that? She's like, here. And she walks around just a little corner. It's not very long. Pulls out a 5-gallon bucket with a commode seat on it. She said, in all reality, this is the best composting toilet you can get.
Yeah. Well, that's what I have. I have a bucket. I haven't used it yet because I haven't been on my first road trip, but that's what I have in there.
But it was amazing how minimalistic thinking changes your outlook.
Oh, it does. Because it comes down to wanting to do it. You want to have experiences. I don't want to have things. I want to have experiences. And I always feel better. I don't know what it is, but with my fibromyalgia, my anxiety, I always feel better when I'm out either in nature or traveling. I did a lot of cruises before the onset of this about 10 years ago, and I loved cruising. It's really the only time I feel distracted and really good. So I'm hoping that's going to stick with the van life.
So do you plan on working as you travel? I know with your disability, you may have disability income, but are you planning on like work camping as well to add to that? I didn't know if you were able to make money and still do that. I was a little lost. I didn't know if you were going to be a work camper, I guess was my question.
I might. It just depends on what I can handle. My first road trip is going to be about a month and a half, and that's just going to be traveling, basically, and filming for my YouTube channel. But eventually, if I'm living full time, hopefully I'll be able to stay at a campground for a few months or something, and then maybe I can do some of that. It just all depends on what my body can handle. So we'll see. I'm up to trying anything, really.
Me and Tammy's downsizing, of course, and we're also going to downsize our camper once we get another place to live. Because we may be full time in it for a while, but we are going to buy another place because we're still running a business, and we don't want to just totally desert our business. So I want to downsize our rig way down. I'd really like to go truck camper. I don't know if I'm going to talk Tammy into that, but yeah. Matter of fact, I've actually seen some things in the last few days that I like, maybe as good, that I think Tammy might compromise on. And so
I would actually like to do the truck camping. I think that would be perfect for me. The only thing that concerns me is I don't want to have to go outside to get to the cab. Because if I'm traveling by myself, I know I'm going to be scared in some places, and I don't want to make that trip. So I wish there was some way. I thought about this the other day, actually, while I was watching one of the truck campers, that they could have some kind of a hole that you could go through the back of the truck then it would be perfect for me. But yeah, I like them.
See you, Michael and Shelley. Thanks for coming by. I actually have seen some truck campers with the pass-through hole, but I don't know if my fat tail would fit through them. It's basically the sliding back glass of your truck and a sliding glass in the camper. But the guy that I watched, he actually did go from front to back, and he actually had the window put in his camper. He had his camper built. He had his window put in it just for that very reason, in case he needed to go back and forth.
Oh, I've never seen anything like that. I'll have to look and see if I can find it.
But another thing he done, he put numbers on the side of his truck. He had a white, I think it was a Ford pickup truck. It looked commercialish, so he had like numbers put on the side of it, like like company numbers, like it was a company truck, put on it so that when he's parked in a parking lot or in a construction site, it looks like he's part of the company.
Oh, that's a good idea for stealth camping. Yeah.
But it was pretty neat. It was amazing the ideas I have seen by just watching people and the things that they do different. There's a lot of things I think I could do and get by with that the boss lady, she might not be willing to get by with, you know.
Right,
So
right.
I don't like carrying the house with me everywhere we go.
Yeah, I can imagine. I've never wanted a trailer or a fifth wheel. I love the inside. It's beautiful, but I can't imagine having to do all that setup and tear down every time you go somewhere. So, yeah.
So how much have you got done to your building? Like I say, I'm new to your channel as well. I mean, I've been a subscriber for a while. It's just hard to watch a lot.
I know. I understand totally.
me and Traci both was watching each other this morning.
Trying to catch up, right?
Yeah. So I guess this is a question I ask a lot. And I think not DOT numbers but that would be a good idea to write something that looked like a DOT number. They put like inventory number, like truck number 305 or something. That's what they done. But the question I asked a lot, especially people that are real small and minimalistic, is if money wasn't an object, what is the one thing you would love to have for your setup?
A bathroom. If it was a dream. And I've actually thought about taking the passenger seat out and putting some kind of a barrier there that I could lift up and attach to the ceiling when I'm parked at a campground, to use that as a bathroom. But I just have it pictured in my head, something that can go up and down, because I know if I drive with that, I'm probably going to get pulled over. I don't think that's legal to have a barrier there in the front, but I don't know. I might be able to do that.
Well, you wouldn't be able to see out to the right. So.
Yeah.
Right. It'd be dangerous too.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's a good idea, though, to have it where it would be removable.
Yeah.
That's really smart.
Yeah.
I mean, and if you're not using that seat anyway,
Right.
why, it's just taking up space.
Exactly. So I don't know. I might do that.
So see, you could have a ring that mounts to the ceiling that you could unmount and drop to the floor into a cabinet. Say if it was in the corner.
Right.
You could have, leave it. Not see. My son, love ya. Let me say, if y'all don't have that habit of telling your family you love them, pick it up. They could be here 1 minute and gone the next. So I picked that up at a young married man. I had a friend that got killed on the way to work, and I didn't have that habit at the time, and I have picked it up over the years. So just throwing that out there. So but you could have like a ring like that had a curtain on it that you could pull up and had some kind of loop that would attach, and you could also have your hose and all in the box, and then when you were done, when it dried, you could detach it, lay it down in the box, put the cover over, and it could be a seat / porta potty / sink. I mean, a shower. See what I'm saying?
That sounds great. Want to build it for me?
Well, what I'm saying is, it's not that hard if you had a shower ring, something to hang a shower on. It wouldn't even have to be a ring. It could be square. You could probably make it.
Yeah, kind of like what they see in hospital bed rooms, right? With
right, but small scale.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Where I get the idea at, a lot of pop-ups are made that way.
Oh, okay.
So it's basically a hidden shower / potty. And so you would, your potty would be in there. So you'd set your potty out, and you can go to the hardware stores and buy these shower pans.
Mm-hmm.
And so what you would do, you just essentially drain your shower into a jug, because you wouldn't have a tank, right?
Right.
So you would just have to put some kind of hole or some kind of way of draining that water into some kind of container, because most places don't let you dump that water. So,
right.
And then all you would need is put it close to where your sink is, and then hook it. And so you wouldn't even have to have that. You could have a 5-gallon bucket. I think Roy and Becky and Box Van D has these pumps, these electric pumps that will pump the water. And I mean, it's going to be soldier shower anyway.
Right.
You know,
I'll have to go look at their setup and see if I can find it. Because yeah, that's something I would love to do.
That way it's out of the way. Once it dries off, you just fold it back down into the thing and set the lid back over. It could have a cushion on it.
Right.
And it takes up really no space, and you only take it out when you need it.
Right.
You would have to frame out around the shower pan.
Mm-hmm.
You know, only reason you'd have a shower pan is to keep it from the water getting in the floor, right? So
right. Okay, I'll have to look into that.
You could actually get a wash tub for a shower pan. You know, the old wash pans that you see on the farm?
Yes.
You could actually do that, and then you would have something to hold the water, and then you would just pour your water up into a waste tank somehow.
Okay,
So
yeah.
That's an idea.
It is an idea. I like
Aaron
it.
Jemison said make the shower ring out of PVC. Whoops.
Yeah, you can do that. And the flooring, I've actually seen a couple of people use a really tiny little kid's swim pool. So
say that again. I didn't hear the last part.
A little tiny kid's swimming pool.
Oh,
like
I gotcha.
Plastic molded.
Right.
Yeah, that I've seen a couple do that.
You know,
put like fix a drain to it that you can seal off, and then hook hose to underneath or off the side or whatever, so you can drain it out. I mean,
I bet they actually make a kit pre-made.
Probably.
I bet that is a big thing.
I'm sure.
Do y'all have one in yours, Felix?
No.
Felix has a cargo trailer. They
it's a cargo trailer.
Yeah, ours is a cargo trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think they had kits like that, but I was also researching kits for kitchens. That they have the whole cabinet with a small sink. I mean, everything comes with it, but then you're talking again like $2,500, $3,000. So
yeah, we did all our own, and we don't have a sink right now. At some point I might have something put in, kind of like what you did with your water.
Oh,
yeah,
right.
and yeah, I really liked that idea.
Yeah, for somebody who didn't know, I don't know anything about carpentry, it really works. It just takes up a lot of space. That's the only thing.
I really hope I don't get confused on those nuts and things.
Right. I don't know if you've seen that one.
I love that video.
People will have to go watch that one.
So, so we talked about the bath, the shower thing. So who inspired you to do the van? Like, where did you get your inspiration to say, well, I want a Nissan minivan? I mean, I'm not talking the Nissan. This is a minivan.
It is. It's a compact minivan, or a compact cargo van is what it is, I think.
It's not what the parts stores deliver parts in. It's a tiny thing.
Right. It's like if somebody around the city like had a cake shop or a bakery or something that does deliveries, it would be great for that kind of thing. I didn't know about the Nissan. That I found on my own. But the van life itself, I have to say Bob Wells is my first person that I came across. When I first started watching the YouTube channels, I came across Camo Dave's channel, and then he was talking about Bob. So I got Bob's channel, and then they were talking about the RTR, and then I started getting really like hooked on what is this RTR thing that's going on. So I started watching all the drama and the different channels with the RTR, and that was a lot of fun. So I have to say it was probably Bob Wells was my initial contact with van life, doing something like I'm doing.
Yeah. So is this the rig that you see yourself in 5 years, or do you see yourself progressing up to something different?
I would love to progress up to a Class B motorhome, but as you know, those are kind of pricey. But that is my dream. Like if I didn't have to worry about money in 5 years, that's what I would be in, as Class B motorhome. But realistically, I'll probably still be in Casper, I think. But it'll have air conditioning and heat and be a little more comfortable.
Right. So Rayleigh Creative Travel wants to know the first place you would go. Where's the first place you're going to go in your van?
Is up through Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, and Tennessee. I'm going to do a roundabout into Gatlinburg area and do Dollywood, and hopefully it's still going to be open. I noticed that they started opening a few days a week, and they're supposed to continue that. So I'm hopefully going to go to Dollywood, all the quirky stuff in Gatlinburg. I'm going to try and challenge myself. I have a lot of phobias, like I'm afraid of heights. So I'm going to try and do some challenges for myself. Go up in that sky ride they have there.
Oh, that'll be YouTube gold.
Oh yeah, I already tried doing it. I went with my husband to the Disneyland sky ride they have now, or Disney World sky ride they have now here, and it was pretty funny. So I'll get a lot of laughs with that, I'm sure. So I'm going to try that. I'm going to try probably a roller coaster, one of those mountain roller coasters. But
Do the ones your feet. You're talking about the ones that you sit on and ride off the side of the mountain. I don't know about that. You can meet New Horizons while you're up there. She lived up there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right. Yes, I love her.
You might meet Rayleigh Creative Travel. They're in South Carolina, right? I think they're in South Carolina.
Yeah,
that would be fun.
Of the Carolinas.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. And in addition to going to the Mayberry, I could hit some different YouTube channels along the way. That's a good idea. Kind of like what Bob was going to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. You think you always wonder if the people you see on camera is the same. And so far, everybody I've met has probably been more cooler in person than they are on camera. And even though they were already pretty cool, they were pretty cool in person. And I always worry about meeting people in person thinking that they're probably a jerk off camera. But I haven't had that experience yet. So
you haven't met me yet, Gary.
Yeah, I've not met Philip yet.
Watch out.
I already know you're a jerk, right?
Right.
You admitted that yourself.
Well, that's not exactly the word I used, but we are.
Yeah, we won't use the word, dude.
So, you know.
Y'all think we have a good time on air. Y'all ought to hear us off air. We have a really good time. And that's with everybody. And we laugh and cut up. And we apologize to each other when we get carried away. Insulting
even though usually the other two of us didn't take it that way anyway. But, you know. Hey, Linda Barker wants to know if you're going to go zip lining, Tracy. I would love to do that.
That's the ultimate.
Crap.
I don't know. That one would probably be really scary. Out of what I've named so far, I would probably be most scared of that. But it depends. Like if it was maybe a start out, do they have startups like people that are going to do them the first time where it's just a little bit
only like a foot off the ground? That's what I mean.
I'd be like this.
It's only about 5 foot long and you're
if the podcast people could see this right now. Oh man.
I think if we do that, me and you should go together because I think that would be great.
We need to get you two in Texas Family Camping with his mask. And somebody in front and behind y'all recording it. Yeah. And the audio on that would be hilarious.
Yes, like a bunny slope. You need a bunny slope for zip
lining.
Yes,
that's what I'm talking about. Maybe they have one at a kiddie playground or something.
There we go.
If you're up near us, my dad has a bunny slope when it's made for young kids that you're more than welcome to come ride on.
That's what we need right there.
Y'all can come test try it at my dad's house.
Okay, I might take you up on
that. You can get, it's probably 50 yards long.
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't know. That's pretty long.
But the kids love it. I've rode it a time or two. The kids love it, and he put it up years ago, and he has backhoe and equipment stuff, so he stretched up a big heavy cable.
Oh, that's great. They probably love that.
Somebody asked, are you traveling with any fur babies?
No, not yet. I have Spike and Rue. They're Cornish Rex cats, and we love them. What we're gonna do is we're gonna share custody. So when I'm traveling, Kurt will have them, and then I'll take them up to Georgia with me. But they won't travel. Spike doesn't travel well. I think that Rue would. Rue's a little bit more adventurous, and I think she might be good at it. But not. I don't want to take them away from each other. So Spike has a heart problem, and he's not expected to live, unfortunately, that long. We learned that about a year ago, I think it has been now. So I don't want to put any undue stress on him. And so what my plan is to just enjoy them, and we'll share custody. And then when or if Spike passes away earlier than Rue, then I'll take Rue with me.
Wow. I hate that for your fur babies.
I know. I went
fur
through.
Babies are sick.
Yeah, I know. It's awful. We adopted him from a breeder, and I was not pleased with what we saw when we got there. So I think that she probably isn't breeding them well, which is unfortunate. I kind of changed my outlook on breeders ever since that experience. But I'm not totally against it altogether, but I do think there needs to be more guidelines and follow-up with things like that, because I think that's what happened with them.
Shanna Craft is giving you a free place to stay. If you make it up near South Carolina, you can boondock the driveway.
All right. Thank you.
So y'all can hook up together. Not far off I-26. Didn't know if you were coming up I-26. So
I think actually that might be the route I'm taking. I changed it a couple of times to go to different places, but I think that's the main one. And the other thing that I'm excited about is doing the underground sea. I forget, it's called the Lost Sea.
Lost Sea, I've been to that.
Have you?
Don't drink the water. They told us not to drink the water. I was a Boy Scout. Guess what I did?
I drank the water.
They had to tote me out of there.
Oh my gosh, that's awful.
Well, I spent the night in there. If you turn your flashlights off in the bottom, they used to let the Boy Scouts, they may let anybody. We camped in the bottom of that thing.
Wow.
And when you turn the lights off, you cannot see your hand in front of your face.
Oh my goodness, that is scary. I'm going to like it.
That was quite a few decades ago, though, Gary. Things change over time.
Well, things change. That was, let me think, that would have been 79, 80.
Ooh, wee.
Oh, okay. We'll see.
Long time ago.
Yes, maybe even 78. So, yeah.
I was 8.
His Way Homestead asked, what state are you based out of?
At Orlando right now. So I'm in Orlando, and that's where I have been for about, I don't know, maybe 25 years. But I'm moving up to Georgia. My parents built an apartment off of their house, and I'm moving into that gradually. So I've been up there a couple times, and then now I'm back in order to finalize the divorce. And then once that is complete, then I'll go back up to Georgia. So kind of back and forth right now.
Britain Farm Homestead, I didn't need you to say that. You could have kept that to yourself, young lady. You were my friend. Oh, man. 1978, Daydream was 10 years old.
I was 8.
Yeah. So, we got buddies in the house. Welcome. Let me see here. See what I'm missing over here. So, do you, and I say this to anybody, did you take in consideration maintenance and stuff when you set out to make this plan to full-time in a van, or even a month-long trip? That's a lot. And was maintenance a big decision in picking the vehicle you picked?
I did have it in mind, not as much as I probably should have, because I had some issues in the beginning. But when I picked the Nissan, it had about 67,000 miles on it, but it's a Nissan, and I know Nissans are great cars. I was thinking that as far as the mechanics, but when I did get it, I made a mistake, and this wasn't for mechanical issues, but I didn't lift up the mat they have in the back of the cargo van. I got it up to Georgia to do my van build. I lifted up the mat, covered in rust, the whole thing. It was just awful. So at first I was trying to get it off myself, which was, was a nightmare. Then I ended up contacting the owner, or no, the CEO of H. Greg is where I got the van, and sent him a few emails saying, hey, this is what happened. I need your help. And I was also hearing a noise in the front when I backed up. So after some communications with him and putting some of my issues on YouTube and Twitter, which they didn't like, they ended up paying Linex to get rid of the rust. So they got the rust off and they put the primer on it, and then I did the liner. So, and then they finally fixed the noise in the front. Now, it had something to do with the struts. So in hindsight, I didn't know enough. I should have known more, or taken somebody with me that knew more about mechanics when I was doing the test drive, because we did hear a slight noise when I did the test drive. And the guy said, oh, don't worry. He said, it's probably the tire. The tires, they get low. So don't worry about it. We'll take care of it. Now, they did end up taking care of it. So that's wonderful. But yeah, in hindsight, I would have taken somebody with me.
Yeah. So now that you got it spray liner, that's even better than it was before, or better than it would have been before, because it's now more watertight.
Right. Exactly. So I'm happy that I did that.
You got a good base to start with now.
Right.
So
go ahead.
Did they spray the bottom of it or just the top? Did they undercoat it?
No, just the top. And they didn't do it with the actual Linex. I actually applied my own truck bed liner. They just did a primer. Because H. Greg would only cover so much of the cost. So I was going to have to eat the rest, and I didn't have the money. So I just said, do the liner, or do the primer after you get sanded, and then I'll do the liner, and which is what I did.
Yeah.
So it's not as good as Linex, but it's better than it was.
Yeah. Well, at least they stopped the rust. That's the
exactly.
main thing.
Yes, I couldn't believe how much rust was on that thing. I thought, oh my gosh, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
But luckily, it wasn't on the underside. Like, I had my dad get under there. I got under there, and besides where there were some tiny holes, in which I patched up, there was a little bit of rust in those areas, but not much. So, and the engine looked good. So,
yeah,
yeah,
good deal. I've never bought a vehicle from them, so I've never had any experience with them. So,
yeah, you don't have any haggling. You know, whatever they say it costs, that's what you're going to pay. There's no haggling at all.
Yeah, I've seen their stores in different bigger cities, but we never had one around here, and so Box Van D talks about this, or has talked about it several times in some of her streams. She's a single woman traveling by herself, and she tells everybody, even if you're not single and all, that everybody in the household needs to know how to do everything in the process, like change a tire and all that. Are you pretty good at that?
No. Not at all.
I was expecting you to say, yeah, I'm a champ. I was used to be on the pit crew for
I know nothing. But so, I'm going to have, that's one thing I'm going to have my dad watch me and help me do, is learn how to do the tire. So I learned, a couple of people mentioned that in one of the live streams I was watching, and I can't remember who. Oh, I think it was Camo Dave's channel. They were talking about how they were making fun of people that didn't know how to do certain things. So I needed to learn how to do a tire. I needed to have a shovel, and what is it called? The three-way thing that you use?
Lug ranks. No, I'm going to tell you something better than that.
Okay.
Ditch the lug ranks thing, because no offense, I can see you on the side of the road trying to get a wheel off that the tire store put on with a lug wrench.
Oh yeah, and you're not going to bust those loose.
Oh.
Actually, it's funny because Jesse just rotated the tires on the truck, and I was watching. But I told him, I'm like, I was just sitting here thinking, if I had a flat and it was by myself, I would never have busted those loose with a lug wrench. No way.
Which we pull cargo trailers constantly in our business. So, and it is a little expensive up front, but it has so many. If you use it one time, it's going to be worth its weight in gold. And the people that you can stop and help along the way in your journey, especially RVers, it's going to be worth what you give. But if you have a Lowe's, what I would buy is what was available where I'm going to be. So anything at a Lowe's or Home Depot, there's pretty much going to be a Lowe's or Home Depot. I would go buy me a cordless impact wrench. And I would buy whatever brand that my cordless screw gun is. You probably have a cordless drill. If you don't, you need one.
Yeah, I need one.
So I would buy, like me, we have all Ryobi, I think is what it's called.
Okay.
We have all Ryobi stuff. We have Ryobi impact. We have a Ryobi cordless drill. We have a Ryobi weed eater. I mean, we have the works. We have flashlights, the whole 9 yards. I have spotlights that light up a football field.
Even though Ryobi's not sponsoring this show.
Yeah. But you could get DeWalt. You could get DeWalt's actually more expensive, but you could get. I would probably go with one of those two because you can buy them either or. You can buy them at either Lowe's or Home Depot.
What's she uh-ohing?
We still got you.
I think she froze.
Oh, her internet dropped. She noticed it when it done. It's funny how she had enough to tell us. So, anyway, that's my suggestion to all you guys out there too. I bet most of y'all already have all that.
We don't all matters. An impact drill, but that would be nice to have.
What? There she is.
He has a cordless.
Am I back now?
Yep, you're back.
Okay, sorry about that.
I got two of you, so let me get rid of one of you.
Okay. I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm tripping with Traci. Put me in that coffee this morning.
So the Ryobi. I need to get Ryobi.
The chat actually, some people in the chat actually agreed with me.
Okay.
What it is, like right now, if we're going down the road, which we have cargo trailers with 2 axles, and so I have a blowout. I pull off on the side of the road. I throw a sandbag out. I pull my trailer that's got the good tire, pull that axle up on the sandbag. I take my impact, and it's just like a NASCAR pit crew. And I roll that one up. Before you can get the jack out of the vehicle, I can have a tire changed.
Oh, wow.
But now you'll have to have a jack because your van, single axle, right? So I would also think about investing in a different jack. They're a little heavier with them screw jacks. They'll work probably the size of your van. That's probably what come with it.
Yeah, I have one.
Some blocks and always make sure it's stable.
Okay.
I'm not a big scissor jack fan, but in that situation, it probably, and 2, your impact will raise that up if you've got an adapter to fit it. It might not jack it all the way up, but it'll at least get it spread apart.
Okay.
I agree with Mr. Breeze. Just get you a service insurance company that'll come out and do it for you. So just
I could do both. I could do both. I could have one as an emergency. Yeah.
Whatever.
I just don't like waiting.
Yeah, true.
Well, yeah.
Just think if you're, say, for instance, driving across the desert, you can make it 3 hours waiting on them to get there. I don't know.
Yeah, if you're out in the middle of nowhere, it would be good to have your own.
That's
just as a backup, even.
Yeah, and 2, you can pay for it. I mean, you still might need the other. Some kind of emergency. But
the good thing about that insurance, though, I mean, like that, if you ran out of gas, I
Mhm.
mean, and I know people think, well, how do you run out of gas? People run out of gas a lot.
Well, they get their mind off what they're doing. Yeah, they do it a lot. They
It
get their
just
mind off
happens.
what they're doing.
Yeah, or you don't realize how much space there is between stations in some areas. Some of those places in like Nevada and stuff, there's a lot of road between gas stations,
Yeah.
So I mean,
Going through
Florida.
Texas too. Yeah.
Texas, yeah. So I
Florida,
mean,
Florida's the only state I've ever been to that the rest areas has gas stations.
Oh yeah, some of
We
them
don't
do.
have them in Alabama, or I've never seen one.
that's
Mhm.
interesting.
Yeah.
Well, we
they
have
do.
some like, well, we don't, but like Kansas has in the middle of I-70. It's like an oasis thing or whatever. I can't remember what they call it, but it has like, like McDonald's or whatever restaurant it is, and a ton of parking and gas, and it's in the middle of the eastbound, westbound lanes, so it's accessible from both sides. So they do have those.
Nice.
But yeah, you can buy Ryobi's one brand. DeWalt is a real popular brand. Those are probably and some of the other guys. But if you go to Home Depot or Lowe's, you're
Mhm.
going to find a good brand. Craftsman, I think Lowe's bought Craftsman. Craftsman would be good.
Okay. Thank you for the advice. That's good advice for me because I need that.
Well, you really need a whole kit. Just make sure when you're buying that
Mhm.
you tell them that you want an impact to take your tire on and off,
Okay.
not a impact driver screwdriver or nut
Okay.
driver. You
All
want
right.
a impact to take the lug nuts off your wheel so you can change the tire. Make sure
Okay.
you're clear with them, because that is hardly ever. I don't know. In his way, them they may know. I don't think I've ever seen that impact in with a kit. So I think you'll have to buy the impact separate from your kit,
Okay. All
because
right. Thanks.
it's a different item. So, and another good thing about if you go with Roby, they have an outlet store in Pigeon Forge.
Oh, perfect.
I buy a lot of stuff up there. They're refurbished stuff.
Mhm.
I buy a lot of stuff up there. His way prefers DeWalt, and my dad uses DeWalt. I use Roby because I just happened to need something one day, and I was near a Home Depot, and that's what they sell. And so once I start with something, I want it all to match and work together. And so that's why I wound up. I would, they're probably not. DeWalt's more expensive, one of
Mhm.
the more expensive, but it's just like I say, my dad uses one, I use the other, so I've never had
Right.
any problem with mine. So
That's
my dad never
okay.
had no problem. So impact driver, Walt has impact. Yeah, the impact driver comes with the kit, but the impact that gets the lug nuts off, I don't think comes with it. So Camping Therapy said she just signed up for Good Sam roadside assistance. Also something about that I want to throw out. Nursing Our Travel Bug. Was it Nursing Our Travel Bug was talking about they broke down one day and they had some kind of roadside assistance, but it didn't cover something. Didn't cover flat tires or something. So
I've heard
make
about.
sure you know what you're getting,
Yeah.
whatever you get.
Right. Well, I've always had AAA in the past. I don't have it right now, but whenever I had that, I don't know, is that the same? I get it would be the same for me because I have a cargo van. I don't know if they have RV insurance.
Yeah, see, you're fine because
Hmm.
you're just a vehicle. It's the
Right.
ones with the trailers and stuff that they
Right.
really make sure that the insurance stuff that they have is covering their fifth wheel or whatever it is they're pulling. Because I've heard that from various channels that they'd had an issue and
Yeah.
they won't do it.
Yeah.
So
I've heard the same thing.
yeah.
So now I heard you say something about a while ago you'd like to have a rig with air and heat. How do you plan on heating this?
I'm thinking about putting one of those diesel heaters in, but I don't want the knockoff version. I want the nice, expensive version because it scares me a little bit. I've heard a few people on YouTube talk about fires that started or it didn't work properly, but that kind of scares me a little bit. So I want to go with the main brand, and I can't remember the name of it right now. I think there's two main brands, but that's what I want to do with the heat. And then with the air conditioning, I'm going to get a Dometic Penguin, I think is what it's called. It's like a low profile air conditioner. So I'm going to replace my vent fan that I have now with that. Not me, but somebody else.
I got you. I got you. So is that a pretty expensive little piece of equipment, that air conditioner?
It is. It's the air conditioner. I think it was about 800. Which, I mean, if you think about it, really, it's an investment, and I need it. I have to have it because I take after my mom. I just do not tolerate heat very well. So I'm going to spend the money for that definitely. And then the heater, those can be kind of expensive. I think those are around 1,500. But still, if you think about it, if I'm going to be in cold areas, I'm going to need it.
His way home said carbon monoxide detector. He said first thing.
Yes, that scares me a lot. Propane, gas, anything like that, I'm a little nervous about. So I'm going to be very safe.
So, and I know I keep throwing out channel names because I learn all this through other channels. But Van Life with Gina Payne was talking about those diesel heaters, and I want to think that she got one. Did she get one, or was she thinking about buying one?
I don't think she did yet. I don't know. I can't remember, but I know she was talking about it. I don't remember.
She has a portable air conditioner that she picked up, I think, at Walmart,
which is what we have too. And I told Traci that.
Is that the window? The one
you put
in the window?
The one that sits on the floor and rolls.
Oh, yes.
I told you it does take up a lot of space, and for yours,
Yeah.
I don't know if that would be something you'd want.
Yeah. I want to save as much space as possible.
Yeah. Exactly.
So Camping Therapy asks, could you put the air conditioner in a different location and keep your vent fan, because the vent fan could be used without electric and it's good when it's not hot enough to need air conditioner?
I would like to, and if there's a way to do it, I will, but there's not much room up there. And it looks like those Penguin, even though they're low profile, I think they're pretty wide and deep. So I'm not sure, but yeah, definitely. If I can, I will.
So,
because I had Mike and Stephanie from Van Life Sheldon's Travels help me hook it up so I can put it into either a Jackery or I can plug it into my cigarette lighter in the back. The fan, not the air conditioner.
Yeah.
So it's convenient, that's for sure.
So you've got you a Jackery system?
I do, unfortunately, because I've heard some people say that the one I got is not so good.
Oh,
it's the 500. And I don't know. I mean, you hear different opinions from different people, but the 500 is what I've heard is that people don't like it because it takes so long to charge, I think. But, oh well.
Well, let me ask you this. Can you, is there a way of hooking a system up so that you can charge it while you're driving down the road? If that's the case, you're not going to have to charge it a lot because you're going to be driving a lot, right?
Exactly. Yeah, I could do that. I think it would be done the same way with a cigarette lighter.
Cigarette lighter, yeah. Does it charge through the cigarette lighter?
I think it does. I'm gonna have to look at it because I haven't used it yet. It was still in the box until not long ago. But I think there is a way to do that.
Meanwhile, Matters wants to know if you have solar, and then I'm going to throw in, or if you don't, are you considering it?
I am considering it. There's something that you can hook up to the Jackery, some kind of a solar system. So, yeah, I have thought about that, and I might do it.
Roy at Roy and Becky's Travels can probably help you a lot there. He has had a good bit of experience with that. Also, he knows some places to get some pretty good deals in that. I hear him talking about that quite a bit on his channel.
That's good.
And I know somewhere out there where they're at, there's a great place to buy panels. And Roy may have done slipped out, but if he's in there, he might can help you there.
Okay.
Mr. Breed asked if a buddy heater wouldn't work until you got I guess, would that not work? Or what is, you probably done research this. What is the pro over having the diesel heater versus the buddy heater?
It's the distribution of heat mainly. I do have a small buddy heater that I got. I got the little one where you can put the propane tank right underneath it. So I have that, which I'll use in the interim. But with the diesel heater, what I've heard is it's very efficient and it heats evenly, like when you're in a house, versus having like a really hot spot in the van. That's what I've heard.
So did it have a fan made on it? The diesel heater, did it have a fan to distribute the heat?
I don't know. I don't know.
That would have been my concern with the buddy heater. It
I
being in one.
want to say, yeah, buddies don't, but I want to say that most of those diesel ones do, because I saw someone install one of those a little while back, and theirs had a fan because he actually put his inside of, he like made it all fancy and built it in, but he had cut a hole for the fan so that it could blow out. So it was more like
I've seen something like that too. Yeah. Florida Van Man is who I saw. There's a guy called Florida Van Man, and the reason I came across him is he's not too far away from me, and he has really good labor costs. So I don't know. I might have him do it, but I've also had somebody offer from the West Coast to help me out too. So with a van build. So I'm not quite sure what direction I'm going to go in with it, but I'm going to have to watch a little bit more about the diesel heater. I think you're right about they can do the ducts, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, the fan. If it's got a built-in fan, it's going to blow the heat out. You remember when everybody put inserts in their fireplaces? They done it mainly because they had fans, and it would blow the heat out. You remember that back in the 70s?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
No,
so
we were
telling my age. Anyway, I tell you another channel, and you may already be hooked up with them. Johnny's Journey in Vanderella.
Yes, Johnny's Journey. I'm so amazed by what she does with her van.
Well, Vanderella does a lot of research on all that, and Johnny puts it into make the dream a reality. And,
okay. I didn't know that. I'll have to check her out too.
And they're building.
I know we're connected, but I haven't watched many of the videos.
Well, they're in the process now of building a nearly new Dodge van. They bought a ProMaster. Well,
that's Johnny's Journey.
Right? Johnny's Journey.
Yeah, I did see a few of those videos. She's just amazing.
Aaron Jemison said yes, it has a ducted fan system.
Okay.
That's the difference. Yeah, Felix needs one of them, right?
No, I'm not getting into all that. We just use a little buddy heater. It works for us. I mean,
it does.
Yeah, I mean, you do get that kind of like a hot spot, but for us, it's more of up high. So like with, we have bunks and I'm on the top bunk, we have that heater running for an hour and a half. And then I'm like, oh my God, you got to turn it off, because I'm smothering and I'm cold all the time. So
right.
We'll
see. Maybe I don't need one. This road trip that I'm going to take in the fall, I can imagine it might get cold on some nights in late October. So we'll see how it goes.
Have you put the insulation into the van yet?
Just going to ask her that.
This is what I did when I did my van build. I didn't know really what I was doing. I don't have any experience. So the only thing that I really did is I took that sound insulation that they have. I forget the name of it. No Noise or something. And it's just self-adhesive. And I did that in all areas I could, on all the walls. And I had to try and go inside. These cargo vans are not, these small ones are not like the big ones where everything is exposed. They have like internal walls where you have to put your hand behind it and shove it in. And so I did that. And then I got these liners that have a little bit of insulation on the liner. So those are up. But then I had to cut part of that off at the top because because I can't do cabinets, right? So I got these things they use in garages where you can, it's like a, what is it called? I can't remember the name of it. Where you can hang stuff on it. It's got baskets and stuff. Some kind of rack. So I was going to hang things. So then I had to cut part of the insulation off the top for that. And then after that, I have like, what do they call them? Just nice looking things over it. What are the like blanket like Bob has in the background? What is
Tapestry.
it called?
Tapestry.
Tapestry. That's it. See, I can't. Sometimes mine doesn't work right. Tapestry. So I have those over that, but no. Oh, and then on the roof, I do have some reflectics with some wallpaper over it to make it. But no, so anything like serious or that I really need to do with insulation, I have not done yet.
So Texas Family Camping said they have a buddy heater, and it heated their 10 by 14 tent really too well, he said.
Yeah, those
Okay.
buddies are killer. I mean, the little tank, the little 1 pound tank, is supposed to be good for 4 to 6 hours. And I mean, honestly, in like a little space in which you have, hour and a half, and you're going to be turning it off. And
Okay.
of course, insulation makes a difference because we're fully insulated. But I mean, we did that and we were fine till the next morning. It was a little chilly the next morning, by the time we woke up, but it pretty much held in there most all the night. So
okay. Well, I would much rather deal with being cold than being hot. So I think maybe I could do it with just the buddy heater. We'll see how it goes.
yeah.
Well, that's the best way to learn.
Right.
Yeah. If you ever take it all out and redo it, you spray foam it.
I've seen that. Yep. That would make a good video.
You'll have a rolling Yeti.
Yeah.
So how, like, I have all kind of cooking stuff. Me and my son bought all kind of stuff, and we could cook off just a flip out burner, like a backpack burner. What are you going to cook off of?
Nothing in the beginning. I'm going to do, I purchased a one of those coolers that will last for like 10 days, keep stuff cool for 10 days. It's not the major brand, but it's a knockoff, and they claim to do the same thing. So I'm going to have some food in that. It's under my sink. So I'll have some food in that, but then I'll just do like restaurants and things like, I don't know, probably just drive-throughs, to be honest with you. Unless I'm in a nice place, like, if I'm Dollywood, I'll be eating in the park and stuff like that. But I have thought about getting one of those camping, propane camping stoves to use long-term. But so I know what you're talking about, and that's probably what I'll do.
I have one. You can buy them on eBay. I bought this one used at a junk store. I think I gave $2 for it. It's about that tall, about 4 or 5 inches, and the legs fold out, and I can hook a bottle of that. I can have a pot of coffee going just a few, maybe a minute or two.
Oh, okay. Now that's important. The coffee is important.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Gotta have the coffee.
Yeah. And what I did for that is, and I asked my mom and dad to get me a few things for my early birthday. They got me it's like a thermos that you can heat water in. And it's, I guess you charge it by USB. And then also it's like a French press, but it's in a travel bottle that you can just turn it down. So that's what I have to begin with. But it would be better to do it with a stove like you're talking about.
Yeah.
Who knows how long those will last? We'll see.
I would, if I was full-timing, I can get by with a lot of things, but I would really have to have my carry machine. Yes. I've got a small version in our camper that's not near as big.
Is it the
I'd
slim?
have to have some form of making coffee that I could drink. My son does the French press stuff, and he just hasn't got it dialed in yet for me to like it. So
yeah, I got a Keurig Slim for my new place up in Georgia, and I love it. And the coffee tastes so much better than the coffee I make here for some reason. But I don't know if it's because it's concentrated in those little cups, maybe. But it works great.
I've got a Walmart version of a Keurig. It's made a little different. It's not, but about that wide. It's like it's a Walmart brand. I forgot. I think I gave $35 brand new to go in the camper.
Ours is a Mainstays Walmart brand. That's what I have in the camper, and it works fine. But for when I'm not on electricity, we have one of those little Java drips. It's just a little cone shaped screen basically. And you put the coffee grounds in there and you boil your water and you just pour it through and it just drips through into your cup.
How does that taste compared to?
Actually, I really like it. I actually like it better than the Keurig coffee.
Oh,
But it's not as convenient.
right.
So, but Jesse got me a pack of cone-shaped filters that are made for those. And they were at Walmart. I was kind of surprised. But yeah, so that made the cleanup quite a bit easier because then you can just take the filter out, and throw it away. But yeah, I really like the taste of the coffee. I mean, but I like a little bit stronger coffee. And to me, that was a little bit stronger. So,
okay. Several different ways to make our coffee, but we definitely need it.
Yeah. I like French press coffee too. I use that at the house. So
My son is all about coffee.
yeah.
So, I'm looking to see if I'm missing anything. It's hard to keep up with everything.
Well, everybody's saying it's going to get expensive eating out all the time. I do agree with that. But at least she is just one person too. It's not like she's feeding an entire family.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
And
know.
whatever I can bring in that little cooler will help too with the cost.
Right.
On that trip I'm planning, I'm going to hit a lot of Cracker Barrels for overnights, and I'm going to have my food in the cooler. Unless I'm at a major attraction or something, then I'll splurge on food. But other than that, that's what I'm planning on doing is the Cracker Barrels and eating out of my cooler.
Me and Tammy, we travel a lot in our business, and which we haven't eat out hardly any since all this has been going on. But we have that Burger King app. I don't know if it's nationwide, but we can get most of the time they have 2 Junior Whopper meals for $5, and so man, you can't hardly beat that. You can't. I mean, I know it's Burger King and it's not the best, but I like them.
Yeah, if you're on the road, you don't really mind that much. You just go wherever. Yeah.
Well, and 2 for $5, you can put one back for the next day, $2.50. I don't know that you can make your own meals for $2.50.
Right. You might not be able to.
Wouldn't be a lot of difference.
Shanna Kraft wants to know if you know about the van build in Georgia.
I know about it. I want to go, but I haven't heard any specifics. He's still clearing the land, and it's Jamie is his name, and he owns this land, and he's trying to clear it in order to have the van build, but he hasn't announced dates yet, so I'm not sure. Is that Radar?
Yes, Radar and Gary. It's Radar and Gary. Isn't that hilarious? Yeah, he looks very similar. So you do you use any specific kind of apps or anything? Because usually that's a question I'm surprised no one I asked. For when you to find places to stay, what's your favorite? What do you use?
Well, I just learned about mini apps, and thank you to RV on the Wayside because they sent me a ton of apps that I really enjoyed. I loaded them, and I have an abandoned one. I have Photo Spot, Roadside, and Road Trippers. And the main one I've been using is Road Trippers. It allows you to look and see what kind of attractions they have in each area, where you can stay, campgrounds, natural attractions, things like that. So that's the main one I've been using is Road Trippers. And then occasionally I'll go over to Roadside, which is where I found a lot of the quirky roadside attractions that you might not find on the other one.
Yeah, I love that app. So that Road Trippers one, does it also show you free camping, or is it all just campgrounds? Or, does it show you like boondock type sites,
Yeah, I think it shows everything, and you can break it down by cost, I believe, when you do the search. I haven't used that part of it that much yet because I was just planning on doing Cracker Barrels in a lot of areas for the free camping. But I think that you can do pretty much anything with that. It would show you, I don't know if it would show you harvest, like it wouldn't show you harvest host places, I don't think. Or maybe, well, I think it might show Thousand Trails too, but it does have quite a few places in certain areas where you can stay, and it points you in the right direction anyway. If you have to look and search for another one in the area after you're there, it's not difficult.
Okay.
Somebody posted that if you do the drive-throughs, do your own drinks. But like with the meal I was talking about, it included drinks. So
yeah.
Yeah, that's drinks drinks for me is easy because I drink mostly water or black water. That's all I ever drink. Occasionally I'll drink a Diet Dr. Pepper, but I'd be perfectly happy if I didn't have nothing but water and black water. So
I'll have to be careful with the sodas because I do when I go to drive-throughs, and I usually just go to Chick-fil-A. That's my main place, but I'll get sodas when I go there for my drink. So, but if I'm at home, I drink Polar. So I'll probably not Polar. What's the other one? No, it is Polar. I was thinking of LaCroix, but no, I switched to Polar. So I'll just have a ton of that in the cooler also.
I was trying to see if Roy and them come back in to tell about that electric pump that Dee hooked them up with. Dee got one, and it screws into your water bottle. You know, the big water bottles you carry to Walmart and refill?
Oh, yeah.
It goes in the top, and it's electric. It just pumps the water right out.
Really? Yeah. Okay. That sounds cool. I'll have to check it out.
Dee has one, and I think she's the one that told Roy and them about it. And it's pretty neat. I would do that at a sink. I think if I were going to do one, I would have a pan at a sink, and I'd have my pump hooked up to my water bottle, like through the cabinet. So you change out your water supply, and you could have a water that was just for washing dishes, and you could have a water for drinking.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Are you talking about the hand pump faucet?
I think this was electric, wasn't it? Wasn't the one Dee you got?
That one's electric? Okay.
It might be a pump. It may be a hand pump.
They have, I think they do have the electric kind too, where it's like a marine version of it that you can either step on it, or you have the electricity, or you can do the hand pump. And the hand pump is the one that I have with my sink and my cabinet right now. So I do have water. That was important to me. Even if I didn't have a regular toilet or a shower, I wanted to have some way to wash up because I have to do that every morning. I can't go without feeling clean. So that was important, and that's why I did the sink that I did. It's just a little too big though. You know, it's just too big.
Right.
So are you planning on being at Quartz in January? Are you going to try to do that meetup?
I'm still planning on that. Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And I'm hoping to meet up with Wander. I don't know if you guys watch Wonder Hussy or know about Wander Hussy, but hopefully I've made a connection with her, and she has quite a few followers, and I just love what she does. She does all the abandoned stuff, and I would love to do that. So I'm hoping to meet up with her while I'm out there too.
That would be cool. I mean, there's like everybody's going. It's almost like if you don't go, you're not cool.
I know. You got to be a part of the cool kid group, right? USB powered. Oh. Yeah, I'll have to look at that.
They sell them at Walmart.
Good deal. Can't beat it at Walmart.
Yep. If it goes bad, just chunk it and buy another one. I'm sure it's expensive. But usually by the time something you get at Walmart goes bad, you've got your money's worth out of it.
Yeah.
Really, yeah. No, it's Nettie. We're cool. She's going aside.
So we're
I'm excited.
gonna let Tripp and Traci hang out, but you guys can start the meet and greet if you like. Just don't ask people to sub your channel. But if you got a goal or something that you're trying to meet, just write that goal in, and that'd be awesome. If you got hours you need, tell us how many hours you need. And preferably, if you're fairly close, maybe not that you need 4,982 or something like that. We'll try to get
Or if you've got a video or a live coming up the next day or two, throw that
So
in
y'all
there.
can do that for the last half hour and meet and greet. We call it meet and greet. And but also we forgot to mention earlier that we got the merch store open and we're doing pretty well with that. I appreciate everybody that bought stuff. If you do buy something, take a picture and send it to us of you using it or wearing it or whatever. So that'd be cool. And
Who are
so
you using for your merch? Just a
Teesprings,
Teespring, okay.
because it's free.
Right.
So Felix is the pro. That's Felix's department. She set mine up and got it going. I say mine, ours. It's got all of our pictures on it. So it's really a cool deal. I mean, because if you don't sell anything, it don't cost you nothing. If you do sell something, you decide what your profit margin is. So you set the prices. They tell you what the cost is, and they give you their suggestions. Ours is priced way below what they suggested.
That's nice. And you get, I think that's the one that shows up on YouTube. If you get to like 10,000 subscribers, it automatically pops down.
Yes.
Yeah, that's nice.
It automatically what now?
It'll show up as like an ad to kind of down at the bottom.
You get like special merch perks, I guess you'd call it, when you hit like 10,000 subs. They put you out there and promote you more.
Right.
Yeah. I didn't know how I was trying to say that, but whatever.
I know a lot of, some channels don't use Teesprings. I know a lot of channels that do use Teesprings. It just was a no-brainer for me because Felix was going to do it.
Yeah.
I'm like, rock on.
Yeah, but see, I had ulterior motives because I used Gary's to practice with. That way, if I screwed anything up, I would know when I made our own that I wouldn't do that. So, you know.
So, yeah,
I
there was a benefit for both.
experimenting with his store so that I could actually do ours better.
Aaron Jemison just broke 10,000, didn't he?
Yeah, he's over 10,000. Brag, brag.
Nursing Our Travel Bug just broke 800. Congratulations!
Yay.
I think Rayleigh had a goal he was trying to reach.
Yeah, I'm trying to get
40 to reach 600.
And congratulations to both of you, right? Because both of you recently hit 1,000, I think, right?
We went over now. He's been over longer than we have.
Oh, okay.
He's a bigger channel, but she don't have her watch hours yet. We've got monetized a few weeks ago. She still likes a few watch hours.
I gotcha.
But they actually have more subscribers. So, but when you do a daily morning show, you build up the watch time fast.
I know. I've been told that I need to do that. So that's on my list of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have got it by just doing 1 or 2 a week. But I didn't do it for the watch hour. That was great. I done it because I was trapped in this house and couldn't go anywhere.
Right.
And then it evolved into this. So it didn't start out at this. It evolved into it. And it just happened to be cool that it did. So
that was when the virus came out? Is that
when they shut everything down, we started all of us getting together each morning, drinking coffee and just shooting the breeze. It didn't get organized really till months in, and then I started organizing a little bit. Then I asked Nettie and Felix and Jerry to come along, and they helped me get it what real organization is. I didn't even know what organized was.
No, you didn't. You really didn't. And my backyard science wants to know how many watch hours we need. We need right around 2175 or 50, I think it was. So we're not even halfway there yet. We're close, but we're not halfway there yet.
Halfway. You're nearly ready to go down the other side of the hill.
Yeah. We do have a video coming out right after this live stream today. I have it scheduled appear at 11. It's not a premiere. It's just gonna be there at 11. I don't know what you call that. What do you call that? I don't know. It's just gonna
I'm
be
glad I'm not the only one that has problems with words.
yeah. It's
I'm
just
not the only
yeah.
one.
That's probably why you crack me up. Seriously. And when you do the speed up thing and you sound like the little chipmunk, and and you're doing kind of ranting over this. What is the word? I'm just like I just die because it's hilarious. You kill me.
I like to make fun of myself. That's
yeah.
fun.
And Gary really enjoyed the Hatimal.
Hat animal. How
How do you say that? Now I don't remember how you said it.
Hat animal. I think it was Hatanimal.
Hatanimal.
That's what it was.
That's what it was.
And I have to give credit though, because what put the idea in my head to do that video, and I just did it quick on my way out. I was going to be driving back to Orlando, and I thought about it. Is RV on the Wayside. They commented on my previous video from the day before where I was hearing a noise, and I thought it was an animal, but it was when I was turning my head. The hat was making some kind of a noise. So I'm walking, and I think there's a wild animal, and it's my hat making the noise. So they were making fun of that, and they said it would have been funny to show like the hat over your head, like eating your head, like it was an animal, and that kind of put that whole idea in my head. I was laughing. They made me laugh so hard.
That whole video where you were hearing the noise. What is that? I'm like. I didn't know what it was, but I'm just like, oh, and then when you say it's your hat, I'm like, oh my God, I relate so much. It's like, what's that? And then you realize it's something on you.
Yeah. And I debated on whether I should say anything at the end or not. I said, heck, I'm going to tell everybody it's funny. So I put it in there.
No, it was hilarious. I'm glad you did. That was great. That was great.
So, I'm going to throw this out there, and all y'all old people like me, you'll know what I mean. Do y'all remember the cowboy hats, and you collected the roach clips that clipped to the back with the feathers? Y'all remember those?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And I remember they did just roach clips alone, the girls. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I always had the feathers. I had the black and white feathers that hung down nearly halfway down my back.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That kind
I
of
was a
makes
rebel.
me cringe. I'm cringing over here.
Oh.
Oh,
It was a little redneckish. I was looking to see if I still had it.
oh gosh, no, please, no.
I'll try to find a picture one day.
That would be
I
funny.
used to
Okay,
have a
so
collection.
we need to know what everybody looked like and what their styles were when they were in middle school and high school.
I've been sharing some of those. I've got
I was in the
strong
80s.
critics.
You know what that looked like. It was awful.
Yeah. Well, I went through a little bit of a punky stage, and I had really short jet black hair.
Wow. I'm going to throw this out here right quick. All the members is going to get a sneak peek of a certain somebody today at a very young age.
Oh.
So be watching the membership tab for a certain someone picture at a very young age later on here today. So just thought I'd throw that out there.
That's fun.
We might get how cute, and then we might not. So
what happened to her?
Do what?
What happened to her?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody said saying old people.
Yeah, we were the 80s gals, so we did you wear neon?
I didn't wear neon.
Didn't everyone wear neon?
No.
Parachute pants. Parachute pants.
Oh, no, I had parachute pants and Vans.
No, I didn't do parachute pants, but I did the cuff roll on the jeans.
Oh,
you remember doing that? Yeah. Oh yeah, that was so cool. Especially if you had awesome like LA Gear high tops.
Right.
That was the coolest right there. Yeah.
I still wear Vans.
A lot of people
I,
still wear Vans.
You what?
Vans and Converse are still very popular. You're
Oh,
still
yeah.
allowed to wear those. You just shouldn't be wearing like LA gear with,
Right.
you know.
Yeah.
I had this
Our
really
members
fancy
only jacket.
pair. I had a
Members
really
only.
fancy pair, you know, with like 3 or 4 different laces, you know, that was a
Yes,
thing. Yes,
I
yes. And
remember.
then it had like
I
the
remember.
rhinestones down the side. And it was like, ooh, I was awesome,
Yeah.
guys.
And yeah,
So did you have a members only jacket?
No.
I don't think I had one either. I used
Oh,
to wear
really?
parachute pants though. I wore them to the roller skating rink. That was
You
the
know
thing.
where I would
You gotta go
introduce
skate.
parachute pants? I went to Atlanta, spent a couple weeks one summer with my cousins. They lived in Jonesboro, Georgia. You probably know where that is, Tracy.
Sounds familiar.
Up
Is
around
that
Atlanta.
okay? That's a little bit north of me, about two or 3 hours.
Yeah. Anyway, I used to go over there every summer and spend a couple of weeks. And my cousins introduced me to parachute pants, and I thought that was the coolest thing. So I bought me a pair before I come home. And I had the black and white checkerboard Vans and the black parachute pants with my black members only jacket. And I was somebody.
Ooh, that
You know
sounds
what he's
good.
not is that he still wears that stuff.
And
That's
I
what
have the Miami Vice hairdo.
Miami Vice, yeah. Oh my
Matter
goodness.
of fact, the members got to see a little bit of me in my Don Johnson tuxedo.
Oh, did you see Texas Family Camping's little comment? Every grandpa everywhere right now owns a members
Yeah,
only.
yeah. And they've had it since high school. Oh man, I come along after bell bottoms, but I was a member of the parachute pants.
Did you see Doreen's comment? That was pretty funny too. She said, my dad had a members only jacket and we told him he was the only member left.
That's probably true. I don't have my members only jacket. I do have my class of '86 shirt here somewhere.
Wow.
Yep.
Kept that a long time.
Yep. It's still hanging in the closet. Still in good shape. I'm sure I can't wear it. I weighed 132 pounds when I graduated high school. I weighed 119 when I got married.
I weighed like 107. I was skinny. I was very skinny, skinny legs.
I stayed on the river. I bought myself a Honda Rebel motorcycle for a graduation present, brand new. And because I worked for my dad. I always had a good job working, plumb nerdy all the way through high school. And so I treated myself to a bike. And I stayed on the river, me and the girl I was dating at the time all the time, and I never eat. We just spent time together and went to the river and rode the bikes all the time. And so might have drank a little bit, but never put a lot of food in my stomach. So I lost a lot of weight, and then when me and Tammy dated, I was still pretty small. So in comparison to what I am now.
You still look thin.
I'm not. I'm 160. Short and fat.
That's not bad.
Oh yeah, you never know, Kenneth Oaks. Kenneth Oaks is just he could be my grandson. I don't know, he ain't that young. He's pretty young though. He could be my son, not my grandson. He could be my son. Let's see here. Trying to see what everybody has to say.
On how early you started in life, because
Yeah, see, we didn't even have our first child till we were 25.
Yeah,
we didn't date long. We married quick, but we didn't have our first child till we had been married 5 years. And then it was 7 years later, 5 or 6 years later. I'm trying to think. Thomas was nearly 2 by the time we legally got him adopted. So I think there's 7 years different between them. So I have a 27-year-old and a 20-year-old.
I have a 27-year-old. Actually, no, 28 now.
So let's
Mine are,
see.
and actually, we were talking about this the other day, and I realized that I told you guys the wrong age of my kids because I said they were 25 and 27. They're actually 24 and 26. So I'm aging.
That's bad coming from mom.
I'm lucky if I remember my own age. You know,
I'm the same way.
I actually just realized late last night that I missed my mom's birthday, which was the day before. So I've got some messaging to do today, or
Oh,
phone
Oh yeah.
something.
Me and my mom's not close. I mean, no, don't get me wrong, I love her and all, but me and my dad like inseparable. But and we argue like two kids. But I mean, fuss and fight and all that kind of good stuff. Uh, yeah, Thomas Jordan. Yep, you and my son share the same name. My son got his middle name by his older sister. When we adopted Thomas, they had already been calling him Thomas, even though that's not it was his wasn't his legal name. And so that, but they for some reason whoever had him started calling him Thomas. So he was used to being called by Thomas. So we kept the Thomas, and that sort of goes in the Boozer side of our family anyway. And so because Keisha was so excited to get a brother, we let her give him his middle name. And so Michael Jordan, Keisha was a big Michael Jordan fan. She played upward basketball and, all that. And so she thought it would be cool for him to be Thomas Jordan. And so that's how our son got his middle name. I could have named him after me, and I would have. We just wanted Keisha to have a direct connection to her little brother. And we wanted Thomas to have a direct connection to Keisha. And so I don't regret doing that at all. I think that was a good move. They're inseparable. They fuss and argue, but they never get mad. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And
that's great.
They take care of each other. And like most of the time, if Thomas is out of school, he's in Madison staying with Keisha. And so they do everything together.
That's good.
So, Mr. Breed, none of my children have ever claimed me. My kids both are mama's babies.
Ours are split because Madison is definitely daddy's girl. And I mean, I love both of our kids the same, of course, but he's way softer with her, and I'm more likely to just say no. I need this, it's like, no, you're an adult. But then, dad comes home, well, we could, it's like, really? See, and then, I was always a little probably easier with Brett, definitely, but, that's...
Keisha takes everything after me, and she loved everything that I love. We, from the time she was little, always had daddy-daughter dates and stuff. But when the rubber meets the road, they're both mama's babies. But if Keisha, she's my deer hunter. Thomas don't like deer hunting. Keisha is my gun collector. Thomas don't care anything about guns. And me and Keisha, which Thomas loves it too now, but me and Keisha, up until a year or so ago, had seen all the Harry Potter movies together. Mm-hmm. And we are, we like the same things. But now Keisha, when she was at Auburn, which is about 4 hours away from here, when she was in college at Auburn, when she got in her car to come home for the weekend, she would pick up her cell phone, call her mama, and not hang up till she pulled in the driveway.
Wow.
But they know that Dad won't talk to them that long on the phone. That's one reason. But anyway, they're still in a roundabout way. Now, me and Thomas has nothing in common but coffee.
Yeah.
So I was trying to catch up.
An artist on the road's been talking about Darby laying on the back of the sofa. She thinks it's hilarious. She's right there, that big black blob.
Oh, I can't see hardly.
She's a 60-pound, well, almost 60-pound boxer, and she, I guess, thinks she's a cat. I don't know. She's always done that, climbed up on the back. And I mean, I've seen dogs get on the back of the sofa, but I've never seen one do it when there's not a wall behind it. You know, because I mean that chair is just like out there in the middle of the, and she just gets right up there. And then I guess artist on the road has noticed that she gets mooned by Darby quite often. I don't know what it is. She always lays facing that direction. So I mean, you're just always going to have to get the moon.
Thanks, Van Vita Travel. We was talking about your live earlier in the live stream. So
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go catch up on a few of her videos.
she had a good one with burning up the roads last night. I had to slip out a little early, but it was pretty good.
I forget the name of the channel I watched her interviewing the other day, but he has an ambulance that he has redone or whatever.
Is it Campulance Man?
Converted. Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, he's good. I've watched his channel too.
That's hard to say.
Campulance.
Yeah, that guy.
He has a dog too. He has a cute dog.
Yeah, they actually talked about his dog a little bit in the. Oh dang! What'd they say his name was? Oh, I can't remember now. But that was a pretty good interview. I had to leave before it was all over, but.
And that's what Bob wants to do. He wants to do an ambulance eventually, right? I think
that's kind of what he was leaning towards, hoping to do. I think that's a neat idea.
You know, I do
some
too.
people are like, what about, things that happen in those ambulances? Well, I mean, that's
It's
whatever,
haunted.
but, yeah, right. And actually, that's what I heard, that people have said, what about,
Yeah.
It's like, well, Lefty. Yes, thank you, Lefty.
So Roy and Becky just come back in. That is who I said you need to hook up with on getting a good deal in solar.
Solar, right?
So
Yeah.
Roy has got a lot of experience with that, and he can also tell you about how the water pump worked that him and Box Van D's got. So you need to check out their channel, and Roy will help you with that. Roy talked a lot lately about the solar, and it's Greek to me. You start talking solar, you immediately go to Charlie Brown's Teacher. All I hear is wah, 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 wah. That's all I hear. I mean, I love it. I just don't know anything about it. I don't know anything about it, so it's all Greek to me.
A lot of times, Gary, when you start talking, that's what I hear.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I've heard that one.
Especially when it starts going off into this whole truck conversation, and it just turns into that's what I hear.
So don't get us started now. Me and His Way Homestead, we could get to talking about the truck.
His Way Homestead left. He had to go do something with some quail for his wife. So.
He sent me a video yesterday of his truck we may use on the interview.
Yep, and he's going to be a week from tonight, right?
Yep, a week from tonight.
I don't have my calendar pulled up. Really? Texas
they call me unorganized, but I keep mine right here, and they call me unorganized. All I can say is that after yesterday, they ain't got much on me. I deleted, I'm going to say, right at 1,000 files yesterday.
Wow. That's a lot.
Right?
Most of those were just photos that I've used in different things. Like, you always have either video clips or photos that you put in videos, or I helped Bob with his background thing with his ads on it. So I had a lot of stuff for Bob, so I made my own file for that. And then a lot of it was stuff that I haven't seen since I started my channel, and I knew that if they were on YouTube, I didn't need it anymore. And so I went in there and deleted. I like bulk deleted. And
so now, do you know if you can upload or download videos off of YouTube? So if I don't have an original in my files on my computer, can you upload it to your computer?
So yes, and yes, and then the other answer is I don't know. If you like StreamYard will save on 15 days if like you're doing your lives.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how it's done, but yes, you can download. And I think Aaron Jimerson would be the one, I guess, to ask that, or Felix may know. But you can. I have seen people download their videos off YouTube and re-edit them and stuff. So
now when you go into like YouTube Studio and you click on your videos tab and you see all your videos down in a line down in a row, there is now I'm speaking from the desktop version, not the phone, the app. But there, when you click over in the, it's not really in the right corner because it's not like way over here. It's like right above where the description or whatever of the video is on that line. And there's like a little pin there that you can click to edit and all that stuff. There is an option in there to download, and you can download the video. However, when it downloads very small compared to what you uploaded in. So if you uploaded and it was like, say, 8 megabytes, big or whatever, or 8 gigabytes big or something, you're downloading it and it's like 100 megabytes. So it's like really compressed and tiny, and very likely if you take that, do something with it and re-upload it, it may lose its quality a lot. But that I don't know because I haven't tried it. So I don't really know. But I do know you can download those because I actually do it as a backup. I'll download certain videos. Some of them I don't care. But, certain videos I will download as a backup because I want to keep them for myself or, whatever. So, and it's
I was wondering.
a lot smaller than keeping the original, 5, 6, 7, 8 gigabyte, video. It's just this little 100 whatever megabyte video, so it doesn't take up nearly the space on our external hard drive and stuff. So
okay, because I lost some videos a couple of months ago, and I was panicking at first, but then I thought, well, maybe I can get it off YouTube, so that's good to know.
Yeah.
Roy and Becky said they do it all the time, and Camping Therapy said they'd done it. So.
Yeah, you have to be a premium member to be able to download other people's videos, but your own videos you can download.
All right, guys, who we raiding today? We got 2 minutes.
I didn't see anybody on, so I don't know.
All right, so we not raiding anybody. So we're going to
you can go watch my video. It comes out at 11.
Yep,
That's a good idea.
Yeah, give me something to do for.
So drop the link. It comes out at 11. Drop the link.
Yeah.
So everybody go raid. How long is your video?
It's like 8 minutes long.
So everybody go raid Happy Place Camping's video. We're going to drop a link. You dropping the link? Drop the link and we're going to go raid it.
Yeah, Roy, I didn't see anybody coming on. I checked the norms and I didn't see anybody. So I'm trying to get my page to open up.
Well, thank you all for having me. I appreciate it.
Well, thank you for coming in.
I'll let you hop off.
This was fun.
Yeah, we had a good time. I really appreciate you coming on.
I can't wait to see.
I can't wait to see more of yours.
Your interview with Robert. That'll be awesome.
Yeah, you have to come by and check that out. All right.
We're excited about
I'll
that.
let you go so we can swap over and do our extra. See ya.
All right.
Thanks.
Take care. Bye.
So you got the link?
I think so.
Do what?
Yeah. That should be it. I hope.
The link there?
Yeah. It's dropped.
All right, let's go ahead and we will go ahead and are we over? Yeah, we must be over already.
I don't know. I still show 10:59.
All right, let's go. We're going to go ahead and go and raid Happy Place Camping video. I will see y'all tonight with Isabella Heartline. Y'all come, bring a crowd, tell everybody about it, share it out. Let's try to have 100 people there. Love you guys. See ya.